What up, Wheatfield? What up, guys? What it do? Welcome back to the Wheatfield, y'all. Welcome to you. If you new, hey, welcome to you too. This is your girl, La T, here at Tears and Wheat Tarot Show, where you show enough never know what you're gonna get. We are getting ready to bring a reading, and it's gonna start off from this text. I'm so excited to bring it because it's something that has kind of been brewing off and on in the spirit, and I really feel like the spirit is bringing this together. Lip gloss, beloved. We gotta get it. Yes. This, for me, was like so eye-opening. I really had a for real aha moment as I was looking through this text, reading, because I have been going through it as the Spirit calls me to it. You know, we read, the Spirit will give us places to read through. Thank you so much to the Alpha and Omega for being here, for leading this message. We ask for entrance into the inner sanctuary, into the inner temple, into your holiest of holies. Yes, thank you for pulling me in. We ask to be where you are, beloved. Balance me in the presence thereof of our Creator, the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the ending. We are creation, everything in the middle. Yes, the only begotten. We are the body. And this right here just kind of goes into something that lets me know that it's like, I'll just say it, becoming supernatural. You know, this symbol of the staff with the wings, crowned, wisdom, the DNA, the fact that it's two hands from opposite directions, the Alpha and Omega, I feel holding all of this knowledge, like it's been endowed, it's been placed within, and we can tap into this knowledge, into our Akashic records. And we kind of spoke about the Akashic records yesterday. We were called to read up more on the library. It's been something like on me, like pressing that capability, the ability to, again, to come inside and to access what is already inside, what is already built in us, and kind of unravel things that block us, that hinder us, that stifle us. Things that have been kind of it's segmented pieces, you know, like, again, those ingredients that's like, you got corn over there, you got rice over there, you got chicken over there, you know, I'm got a few eggs in my pocket, you know, but when you bring it all together, you know, some peas, you end up with a meal, chicken fried rice, beloved. It's something that's edifying. Besides reading this piece over here and taking this piece from over there and kind of putting it all together into this ball of mush. But I feel like something to bring it together, to condense it, to consolidate it is what I'm feeling. And we know that a lot of knowledge and information is separated, it's segmented. And it's done on purpose to keep us from the realization that we supersede this natural realm, the 3D that we live in, this vessel. And how do we tap into our supernatural selves, that which is spiritual, which is, again, outside the bounds of this physical, and even understanding our capabilities and what it is that we can do in terms of attracting your heart's desires onto you. Do the work that you are designed to do, like to get back into your supernatural state from being suppressed, humbled. Ashe. Thank you to the Most High God. Please come forward. I ask you to lead this message, to give unto me what help me to express through me what you have given unto me in my understanding. Elevate it. Give me the extra that I need in order to convey your message with clarity so that there is no confusion over the concepts that you are bringing, but feed it to us in a way, bit by bit, where spoon fed, so that we can be filled, edifying, that we can stomach it, we can digest it, yes, where we can digest it. Protect me. I know there's nothing that could sit when you in the presence. When you are feeling me, there's nothing that could come against me. We are protected, and with your permission, Ashe, 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 Ashe. Let's get it. Let's get it. Hey, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Hey, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Oh, yes. Let's get it. Oh, yes. I'm telling y'all, I'm excited. Because this right here, piece of knowledge, let's get it my week. Let's get it. Hey, get it my week. Let's get it. Oh, yes. Y'all, this right here. So first thing, we always talking about this vessel. It's a vehicle, right? We know that realistically that we are magnetic beings. We attract, and magnets attract, right? But there's an issue with polarity, right? Polarity, poles on a magnet, north and south, right? So be with me, okay? So I saw this video on Facebook. It was a little clip of Dick Gregory. I think that's his name. And he was talking about sleeping with your bed facing north. And I'm telling y'all, I think it was last week when I changed my bedroom around. And me and the spirit was fighting. I mean, we was fussing. I'm like, I want my bed to sit right here. And they was putting up a resistance to me changing my bed position. I understand why, beloved. Because my spirit guides had already made me face my bed north. So when I lay down, my head is north. Go with me. I know it's a little choppy. It's cold Crisco. You know it's thick. We got to get it out the can, and put it in the pan. Maybe we taking it out the pan and put it in the can and let it cool down. No, we getting it out the can and put it in the pan. And the Most High God, the Alpha and Omega here, they're going to heat it up. It's going to hit up. It's going to pick up. It's going to get to cooking. I don't know what we cooking. I know a little bit, you know what I mean? I know what we starting with, some of the ingredients, but how they going to bring it together fully, I just don't know yet. Okay, so roll with it. Anywho, we was changing the bedroom around. Because the wall facing north is a smaller wall than the wall that's facing west. And I wanted to change it. I'm like, I don't want my bed to sit right here and make my room look smaller from a design perspective. But I was thinking small picture from design. It was really designed on a big picture thinking, which is better in terms of my own frequency and resonance and resistance in the vessel. So, according to Mr. Gregory, when we are asleep at night, our body goes through the regenerating process. It's resting, it's regenerating, it's healing. And in order to help our nerve system do this work, it's least resistance when our head is facing north, right? It takes out the pressure of the pull system within the body in your central nervous system. Go with me. So we was changing the bed. Now the head of the bed is facing west, and it presents resistance. It makes my body, the vessel, work harder in terms of regeneration and the reset that it goes through each night when we rest. We wasn't listening. We done did a whole nother design situation, and to change the bed back, it just ain't gonna work out. We ain't gonna. Anywho, in this book right here, we got called to. See, I put my little tabbies. See this? First of all, there's the book Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza, right? New York Times best-selling author. So y'all can see, who we are reading from. It says, this unique and practical guide shows you step by step how to move beyond the limits of the known and into an extraordinary new life. And that's by Tony Robbins. And y'all know who Tony Robbins is. He's this incredible motivational speaker, right? So, in this book, it is The Body as a Magnet, reconditioning the body to a new mind. And the new mind is very important. Why? Because renewing the mind is the way that we free ourselves from past conditioning, limiting beliefs, breaking through our own ceiling, and to getting to our calling, reaching our highest height, our highest self, our highest potential. How do we become a magnet to attract all the things that your heart desires, beloved? Because we are supposed to attract, not chase. Law of attraction, Ashe, yes. Leaning into, all of those laws and tenets, spiritual laws of success, unlimited possibilities, getting into giving and receiving. We're talking about detaching. We're talking about all these things that make those laws of manifestation work. One of them is tip. Sleep with your bed facing north. Becoming supernatural. We said the body is a magnet. We know that the plane, the earth that we live on, is also a magnet. It has a magnetic core and it's spinning, right? Like out of control, like super mind-boggling speeds. The core is spinning and it creates, even around the earth, there's a magnetic field, right? And we're shielded from all these extra protons and photons and all this stuff, this light energy that's coming in. It's a shield around us. And when the photons hit the magnetic shield around us, then we see the northern lights. That's what that is. We know that we are a magnet. Earth is a magnet because it has poles, polarity, North Pole and South Pole. We also know that the poles are changing position, like the magnet itself is moving, right? So when we look at this right here, a magnetic field, we can see north and we can see south, and we can see the energy field around the magnet. It says, the body as a magnet. Think about a magnet as you look at this figure. Magnets, of course, have polarity, and we talked about our polarity, positive and negative, right? And most people, another way to think about it is talking about moving from our south node, southern, lower negative polarity, up to our north node, increasing our resonance, our frequency, allowing that energy to come up from the south, moving up to the north. It's like your dharmatic path is what I just heard, right? And yeah. So they each have a north pole and a south pole. One end has a positive charge and the other end has a negative charge. The polarity between the ends of a magnet is what causes the magnet to produce an electromagnetic field. The polarity of the magnet, it says, the polarity between the ends of the magnet is what causes the magnet to produce an electromagnetic field, a field around the magnet. The stronger the polarity between the two poles, the larger the magnetic field of the magnet produces. The stronger the polarity between the two poles, the larger the electromagnetic field the magnet produces. You can't see the electromagnetic field, but it does exist and it can be measured. Now, as a human being, as the body, what I equated this to is our electromagnetic field does two things. It attracts things to us and it repels things away from us, right? There's things that the earth attracts to it, but there's things that it repels from it, right? We talked about the northern lights, that electromagnetic field where certain photons are blocked out, and you can see that energy resonance that as it's bouncing off the field. For us, as the vessel, as a conductor of energy and as a magnet itself, it's like my electromagnetic field bows out. It protects me from certain negative energies. It repels it. Also, while it's attracting what I want to me at the same time. So that's where I'm at with it going. And we're talking about the energetic flow up and down the magnet. We have a spinal cord, and it is you know, from the skull all the way down to our sacrum. And it is this, I'll show you. We're not there yet. It says, a magnet has a measurable invisible magnetic field surrounding it. The stronger the polarity between the north and south poles, I'm hearing Kundalini flow, the more current moves through the magnet, and the bigger the electromagnetic field, the bigger your field. So you can literally like expand your field all the way out, like, you know, to put this huge bubble around you of protection. And I'm seeing 7 of Wands right now. 7 of Wands from the light seer deck. It says, if you were to take a tiny metal shavings and lay them on a piece of paper and put another piece of paper over that first paper, then set a magnet on top of the second piece of paper, those metal shavings will organize themselves within the magnet's electromagnetic field. The electromagnetic field of the magnet is powerful enough to attract material reality. The electromagnetic field is powerful enough to attract material reality. So if your field is invisible, spiritual, right? You know, it's a phenomenon that we know exists, but you just can't see it. But it's strong enough to attract the material reality to you, right? Even though the frequency of this field is beyond your senses. Again, it's beyond the 7 senses. It's not beyond our 8th sense, which is the grand cosmic mind, like that crown chakra. We get that information in from our grand cosmic mind, the connection with the alpha omega we are tethered to. But it is beyond our 7 senses. It is beyond the 5 that we know about, you know, sight, smell, taste, touch, hearing, and then the emotional sense in our intuitive mind. Like, it's beyond those 7 senses. Yes? So, if you were to put the little metal shavings around the magnet, this is what it would look like. See how it organizes itself? You can see some around the North Pole, the South Pole, and it's kind of like fanned out. It creates like that bow around it. You can see the bubble around the magnet. This is what our body does. The same thing. So you see the healthy body that I marked over here. When those lower 3 chakras are activated, and then you see the unhealthy, it's blocked when those lower 3 chakras are not activated. Your South Pole. And what is that South Pole part? It is, thank you so much for sticking through. If you with me, bless you, beloved. Leave me a comment at this point and say, I'm with you, thumbs up, or something, you know, I pray you are. Bless you. The lower 3 South Poles is that lower chakra work. Our root chakra, our sacral chakra, our solar plexus chakra. Root chakra, those 3 really work on survival, right? Root, security, stability, confidence, a knowingness, right? Sacral, your kingdom space where your spirit self lives, creativity lives, is housed, sensuality lives there. Then you move up to the solar plexus where we break down all this energy and it transmutes and it like kind of like the sense of enlightenment, the true awareness, raising it up. Then the center point is our heart, allowing that energy to come up into our true mind space, right? From there, we can speak out, right? We have a vision, a knowingness, and then the 8th, the crown up here is our, you know, that 8th sense, right? But the crown is our ability to understand, right? It's a difference between, I don't know, knowing and seeing. You know, I see, then, and to understand. So I see, I understand, I know, essentially. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so when we unlock those lower 3 chakras, we allow us to get into the flow. And if we come up to our heart and clean all of this gunk out and get into a good resonance, right? I feel like, again, things going all the way up, and we contact with that what we're tethered to, getting that answer, that download, and we pull it back in, and it flows back down. And that's that Kundalini flow, where everything you're uploading and downloading and uploading, downloading and uploading. And a critical thing to this is the breath. And I thought that was really pivotal, because the breath itself carries this energy. When we breathe deeply, breath work, we breathe deeply, we are pulling energy up through our south node, up, all the way up through the north, and then we are able to bring that information right back down and push it right back down through our, and it's like the same flow, up and down, up and down. It is like the breath is moving the information. Again, what do we say? That the word moves on the breath. All of that intelligence that you are breathing in and pushing out in that resonance, that frequency, that consistency, it's working in tandem with the breath. They work hand in hand. So the next page we have is this one right here. So that's a picture of the spinal cord. You see at the bottom, at the base, is that upside down triangle and upside down pyramid, right? It is the sacrum. That's where your root chakra energy lies. And then it travels up the spinal cord, that magnetic field. The sacrum is like the upside down triangle, and your spinal cord sits like right on the platform of, like, so if you took a pyramid and you turned it upside down, the point would be facing down, and the top of it is a platform, and you can set something right, like a pole right on top of that platform. The spinal cord sits right on top of that platform, and it runs all the way up to your skull, right? And then if you look at the connection at the top, it's like a little small space right here. See that opening? It's an opening up there. And I believe, I don't know what it looks like, but I feel like it's like almost look like a baby triangle. But that's just what I'm feeling right now. So if I'm wrong about it, don't kill me in the comments. Anywho, it says, take a look at this figure. You have a bone at the base of your spine that's called your sacrum that looks like an upside down triangle with a plateau on the top. On top of that flat surface sits the spinal column, which extends all the way up to your skull. Inside that closed system is the central nervous system, which is made up of the brain and the spinal cord. The spinal cord is actually an extension of your brain, and the skull and the spinal cord protect this most delicate system. The central nervous system is one of your body's most important systems because it controls and coordinates all other systems in the body. And of course we know this, but we don't think about how important it is when we're talking about transmitting data. Data inside the body, controlling the systems that the body is operating on, but also helping us to conduct this electrical field, to create our electrical magnetic field, and to bring information in the plane, send it up to our source, get answers and receive from the source to receive them back to the body. That is critical. And how we do that is by unlocking those lower three chakra systems, the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus chakra. It says the movement of your sacrum back and forth as you slowly breathe in and out, along with the sutures of the skull opening and closing. See, I told you it was something that I have not read this part yet. Spirit just took me over here. Thank you to the Most High God. Thank you. Take Alpha and Omega. Yes. So it says the movement of your sacrum back and forth as you slowly breathe in and out, along with the sutures of the skull opening and closing, propagates a wave within the fluid of this closed system. It slowly pumps that cerebrospinal fluid up your spine all the way to the brain, passing through 4 chambers called cerebral aqueducts or ventricles. If you were to tag 1 molecule of cerebrospinal fluid and follow it from the base of your spine all the way up to your brain and then all the way back down to your sacrum, you would see that it takes 12 hours to make a complete circuit. So we should be doing 2 full circuits in 1 full daily cycle. So in essence, you flush your brain twice a day. I just said that, and then that's the next thing. You flush your brain twice a day. Check out figure 5.7 to see what it looks like. Wow, and look. Wow. Inhale, the sutures open and flex back. Exhale, they close and they flex forward. So with breathing, inhaling and exhaling, we're supposed to be pulling this information all the way up, open, exhaling, pushing it all the way down, closing. I highly recommend you guys get this book, especially if you feel like you are gifted and you want to, just all of us, because we are all able to do this, right? We are all able to do this. It says contracting intrinsic. Do you want to read this? No. Are you okay? So definitely I'm feeling as you inhale your sacral, as you inhale, yes, push it all the way down through the base, all the way out through the base. Push it out, yes. It says, as you inhale, your sacrum slightly flexes back and the sutures of your skull expand. As you exhale, your sacrum slightly flexes forward and the sutures of your skull close. It is this natural action of breathing that slowly propagates a wave to move cerebrospinal fluid up and down the spinal cord through and throughout the brain. That, in essence, is the Kundalini flow. Yes. Anything else in here? Nope. 2736, when we read that, that's 936. That is the Tesla frequency. Ooh, Most High God, good, beloved. And the thing about it is that we do very shallow breathing. On a daily, most of the time throughout the day, people do not breathe properly. They don't even squeeze all of the air out of their lungs in order to get a good full breath in. It's often still air trapped in your lungs, and it's like, but it's not a, and it feels so good. You can totally feel the difference of how much fresh air you get. I mean, you could feel it in your, I feel in your brain and your mind, like all of it, like the flood of oxygen. And I feel like when you haven't done this so while people get kind of euphoric, they almost feel high. It's because they haven't had enough oxygen. They haven't had that spinal fluid circulating in their brain, like to move that fluid up. And I think that's another reason why meditation is so important, to do deep breathing exercises to put yourself in the flow. Calms the system down, helps to move that information, helps you to send it all the way up to the source and have the source send that information all the way back down to you, increasing your connection and your resonance, that vibration, tuning it. And when you do that, you create that electromagnetic field that protects you from energies that will come into you, you got a shield around you, a hedge around you, Ashe. And then you are attracting that material reality, everything that's in your heart's desires, Ashe. And when you are connecting all the way up to the source that made you, and you are in the flow with it, that information, those desires, the ideas that the Most High God has for you, the calling comes into your heart space, into your central core, the mind, truly. And that is what's emanating out, and that is what's being called in. Thank you to the Most High God. Hopefully you guys were able to, rock with your girl as we kind of got that concept out. I thought it was very, very important to express that, to talk about that flow and how we develop and to restore. How do we restore our electromagnetic field? Something that is very natural to us, that is beyond our regular senses. We can't sense it, but we know that it is there, beloved. It is protective. The same way that the earth has a field around it, the way that the earth has a pole, a north and south, you have a pole as well. And what really tripped me was the upside down pyramid. I was like, the ancients were highly intuitive. They knew this information, but it's a reason why it's segregated, it's separated. Why is it kept from us, beloved? Why do we not have, again, a comprehensive guide that says what you are, who you are, what you could do? Because what's going to happen when you get into the flow with that which made you? Knowing that you are directly connected. You breathe, and again, that information, the word, that which is coded in you, in the word that is in the environment, is everywhere. It's on creation itself. You are bringing that in, transmuting that energy. You're sending it up to the source that made us, and it's coming right back down. It is a communication highway. The word that moves on the breath, on the holy life force, the holy chi, beloved. And it creates a field of protection around you, a hedge, a bubble that will push out all types of, I feel, opposing negative energies that does not vibrate and resonate with thee, but it allows you to call in and attract that material reality. That's some sick-ish, beloved. Whew. Somebody, root chakra, lower chakras are affected and impacted by unforgiveness. Today I will forgive. Today I will forgive any past mistakes I have made and love myself unconditionally. Breathe. You want anything else in here? Today I will forgive. Release yourself. You want this? Want to look at it? Release yourself from unforgiveness. Whether it's unforgiveness onto you or to other yous. You want something in here? Self and other selves. 3320. Release it. Come to balance. Come together with you. Lead me. That was a lot. Lead me in the way that I should go. Speak to me, beloved. Communication. Ascended masters. That's what I was saying. The ancients are ascended masters. They knew this information, and I feel like it was disseminated. It was taught. Was it? I don't know if it was freely given to anyone or everyone, but maybe those who experience, because they've always had, spiritual gurus and spiritualists, shamans and healers, things like that. And so I feel like I'm speaking to see body work. And I'm not talking about just art, but I'm feeling like breath work. Understanding that the vessel, the vehicle, transmit data. Like, what does it really do, right? The mysteries of it. It says, powerful, loving, and wise spiritual teachers are watching over and guiding you. It says, sever vows of poverty. This right here has been coming out. Somebody has an attachment or a curse of poverty over them. And to get into the Kundalini flow, increasing or restoring your restoring your electromagnetic field will break the curse. Forgiveness, so that you can flow. You can unlock your lower 3 chakras. Forgiveness of self and other selves. Releasing the past, releasing the hurt. It unlocks and gives you into a place of security and stability. And you can move up into your sacral chakra, where you know that, you could flow with your spirit self, leaning into your senses, your instinct, your creativity. And as you move up into your solar plexus and taking all of that gunk up, whatever it was that happened in the past, that survival space, like moving from a place of, fear, I feel, scarcity. I'm seeing the word lack. Definitely unforgiveness, right? And I feel a lack of confidence because of indecision, right? Maybe things have not gone well in the past, or just because of things in the past, it makes us fearful. And when we take all of that stored up energy up into our solar plexus chakra and we start to break it down and transmute it, I feel like we're able to access the fuel that's there to shoot that energy up, right? It is like that rocket space. It's like you can take it and you can shoot it up. And as it goes up to the source that made us, what comes back down is exactly what we need. It shoots through your whole body, through your system. I'm seeing activating thee. There's no need to suffer or sacrifice. Hold the intention of undoing any vows of poverty, not just poverty in money, but spirit. Being impoverished in general, that you lack anything, that you can't have something, that you have to sacrifice, beloved, because we are conductors of energy. We are magnetic by nature. In order to activate self is we realize that the truth is that you can attract anything you want to you. Anything. Again, supporting the law of attraction. There's no need to chase, beloved. When you chase something, you're putting out the energy that you have to go get it because you don't have it. And if you operate from a place that you don't have it, you gotta go get it, it will always elude you, beloved. But if you know in your knower that I have everything because I am everything, everything is just the one thing. It is the only thing. Breathe. Operate on the breath. Sending it up, and what you want will come back down. You stay into the flow. The desires of your heart will go out, and they will come back in. It will just flow. I'm seeing the picture of the person, and they have like this energy field. Not only is it going up and going out, but it's going out in every direction. Like every direction. Like the earth itself. Like you see these waves, these circles where the energy goes out and it comes back in. Like it's a circle, it's encompassing you, it's surrounding you. So it's pulling from every single direction. It's just coming in. Almost like if you had a bazillion arms and you're just like reaching out and just pulling out everything that you want in. It's just coming in. And I'm feeling from your heart space. I'm feeling up in, and I'm feeling down in, down, like this whole thing, the whole, every single direction. Yes. Mindfulness, edge of greatness. And I love the fact that it's green, heart chakra energy. The heart space is so, that's why we always say it's so important, and we always say heart posture, or what does your heart do? See, opportunities for growth is here. Everything is happening for me and my evolution. I am not a victim of the things that happen. I take ownership of my life and make the best of the challenges along my journey. Forgive any past mistakes, beloved. I see how difficult moments help me to become my best version, and I am thankful. We are thankful because we have learned. We have learned. We have an understanding. We know. It's not just that I am. No. I am. I can create. I can, it's a way that you activate each chakra all the way up in order to allow that resonance to flow up. And then it comes back down, beloved. And I feel the filtering spot is in your heart chakra, the true mind. It's not your brain, but it's your mind. Commitment is here. And I feel intuition, I feel vision, I feel heart chakra, I feel speaking. I feel your upper chakras, not the crown, but I feel your heart, I feel your throat, and I feel your third eye, your true eye. I am committed to my growth and dreams. I set routines and habits that help me evolve into my fullest potential. The routine that I'm being given that we should set is deep breathing, meditation, quieting the system, getting grounded, beloved, because you are in an electrical conductor. You have an electromagnetic field that surrounds you. Get grounded. I'm hearing Earth is grounded. It has a grounding system. And we should follow nature's example in how we conduct ourselves as electromagnetic organisms. Even though I may not see the physical manifestation of my desires, I know they have vibrationally manifested and are on their way to me. Is that not what the Most High God, Alpha and Omega, just said through me? I heard you. I got to put that up there and get that in there so that y'all can read it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, beloved. The next one we have is play, and that's that heart chakra energy too. And I'm feeling solar heart plexus chakra. To have a light heart, transmuting the energy of unforgiveness, of the pain and hurt of the past, lightening your spirit, leaning into the lighter side of things. It lightens your heart, beloved. Yeah, taking care of your own energy, See, this right here, I'm feeling sacral and solar plexus root chakra. Sometimes you want to do for others and you may have a sentiment about it. Maybe it was a mistake trying to pull other people up, or just, trying to control their outcome, trying to change people, try to bring them along, help them up. We can lend a hand, but they got to do the work themselves. The same way that somebody can lend you a hand, but you have to do the work yourself. You have to manage your own energy. You don't have to do a fuck shit thing. You keep doing what you've been doing. These is just all recommendations from the Most High God to help us get back into alignment, to repair your own electromagnetic field so that you can be the magnet for your manifestations that you are designed to be. So that we can move out of a place of scarcity and lack and know that we have everything already, that you are everything. You only need to attract it. You don't need to chase. You don't have to work yourself into a grave. We don't have to do that. I am completely engaged in what I do. In the here and now, I call it play instead of work. Ashe. I am deeply fulfilled by all that I do. Deep fulfillment is play. We're learning. We're on an escape. Which one? This one. Thank you. This. We have a choice. Two of Swords, beloved. We get to choose. Thank you to the Most High God. Do what you come to do. Yes, death. Death and rebirth. End it. Release the past energy. Kill it. Let it die. So that you can be reborn again. Yeah, Two of Cups. See, come back together with you. Come into union. I'm hearing coming into union with what made you, but also this could be representing, you will attract your investments to you. See, somebody working their ass off, and there's an ascended master, a hierophant, come to tell you that you don't have to do that. You can attract it. You will harvest what belongs to you. It's yours, beloved. But this could be the ending of a relationship. It could be death of an old mindset and you coming back together with you, your realness, or with the Most High God, that which created you. Restoration. That's true. That's true. That's the truth. Clarity, beloved. Truth. Come back together with you, the real you. Releasing you from unforgiveness of the past mistakes, things that are holding you down, weighing you down, that are eating at you. Anything else in here, beloved? No. Ten of Cups. Wish fulfillment, ultimate. We got split right here, Emperor energy, and we see them right here too. This could be Omega. It could be just authority, taking authority over your life, organizing yourself. Getting down to business. I'm here. I was given Father's business, no. Alpha Omega business, yes. You want this? No. Where would you like to go? We did see Ascended Ancestors, Ascended Masters. This is the Ascended Masters and the Ancestors Oracle Healer deck. And we are talking about healing your electromagnetic field, restoration. If you are able to have your bed face north, it's good for your central nervous system. It is. As you regenerate during the night, traverse. As your body is traversing your spirits, but as you are moving forward in order to go to different levels, going through different doors, ascension, beloved, unforgiveness will block that. It will hold you back. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. And we keep saying that the heart itself needs to be light, to transmute the energy, transmute the heaviness that is there. Even I feel like the Most High God will push things that are down, push that information down, right? So whatever is in your heart, I feel like it's going to go down into the solar plexus chakra, and it will also get worked out in that system, because the Most High God is going to deal with, send us information, things that need to be dealt with. It is going to go through the heart chakra and back down through the solar plexus, through the kingdom, your sacral, and out the root. That, am I? Yes. Okay. Divine love is also here. You are loved. You have ascended ancestors, ascended masters. The Most High God, the Alpha and Omega, loves you. You are loved. Everything is working together for my great. And that's what we read. Opportunities for growth. Everything is happening for me and my evolution. I'm not a victim of the things that happen. See? And speaking that out, I'm not a victim. Speaking out that I sever the vow of poverty in every form across all lifetimes. I sever the vows of poverty against all of my ancestors and everyone and everything down my lineage. I call back my inheritance from all generations, from all lifetimes, Ashe. Everything is working for your great. It's coming together for your great. It's an opportunity for growth. Talking about stepping into your divine legacy. I feel 10 of Pentacles. I'm talking about kingdom work. I'm talking about stepping into the kingdom and knowing that everything that you need, every provision is already provided. It's already there. I don't have to go chase it. I only need to enter into the kingdom to realize that it is my inheritance. You don't chase your inheritance. You just go ask for it. You claim it. You claim your inheritance. You speak it out. How can I be impoverished when I'm an heir to creation? Guardians in the galaxy, known and unknown. There's energies that don't want you to know that, though. They don't. Because, see, the information is not distorted simply because man distorted it. No. There's no one like you. There isn't. Stepping into your divine inheritance, your divine legacy, there's no one like you. You have your own claim, your own stake, and you can go claim it, and nobody can claim it but you. Your Majesty. See, I feel that you are high ranking on the throne. You are fulfilled inside and out. Know it. You are fulfilled inside first and out. Inside out, beloved. Never stop. Don't stop. Never. Don't. Obstacles have been removed. Going away. Obstacles have been removed. Gateway activation. I'm being called to. Now, all right. Another chance. Somebody has been given another chance. Anything else? Thank you so much. Thank you for your advice. Thank you. I have to tell y'all, I really love these cards. Thank you so much to Alpha and Omega for bringing them into manifested reality, into the material reality. Gateway activation. The person that made these cards is also the author of this book as well, Positive Vibes. And I love the fact that look at the brain that's on there. And we're talking about the top of the central nervous system. It is the top portion of that electrical conducting system, the magnet that is within. Gateway activations. Where did we put those cards, beloved? Halls of Amenti, initiation, secrets revealed, treasures uncovered, initiations. Just happens to be the first one that's up there. Hopefully you guys can see that. Thank you. I'm asking, do we need to cleanse the deck in any other way? We see stellar gateway activation, infinite potential, manifestation vortex. That's what we're talking about, our manifestations. And look, it just happens to have that pyramid. And see, we see above, but inside of us, there's one that's facing in the opposite direction. We see, again, we just split on that halls of immense initiation. Yeah. We see soul star activation, fulfilling your soul contract, remembering who you are. We see star being healing codes, important information. Wounds are healed, recharging. Wounds being healed, recharging. And we're talking about repairing, recharging, restoring your electromagnetic field so that you can flow. And the key to it is forgiveness, letting the past go. Transmuting that energy, releasing all of that gunk that's in your lower 3 chakras. Order of Melchizedek, embraced by light. Your mission is uncovered. Don't give up. We saw never stop, never. That's right here. Don't give up. Never stop, never. I don't know. That's something to try to uncover that. Never stop, never. Embraced by light. But I feel like your mission is being uncovered. Like you're going to get a download to really show you, reveal onto you what you've come to do. 5616, heart of the source, all-encompassing love, that divine love. All-encompassing love, unconditional acceptance of self, coming into peace and serenity. I see that resonance going out from the core in every direction. We see the central sun, abundance, downloads, regeneration, success, beloved. I can't even take it off. Is that the last energy you want? Thank you. See that? Abundance downloads. I just said somebody was getting a download to tell them something about themselves. We're repairing our electromagnetic field. Regenerating is going to lead us to success, that you can attract it. You don't need to chase it. Is there anything else you would like to get? Yes. I'm asking which deck are we looking for to get. That is it. Activations. Remembrance. Wow. Look at that. Remembering who you are. We saw that. Empowerment. Coming into empowerment. Allowance, benign, allowance. The frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. Beloved, yes. It says to play. I am completely engaged in what I do. In the here and now, I call it play. I am committed to my growth and dreams. I set routines and habits that help me evolve into my fullest potential. It says, everything is happening for me and my evolution. I am not a victim of things that happen. I take ownership of my life, authority, the emperor, ownership of my life, and make the best of the challenges along my journey. Make the best of the challenges. Allowance. Again, be open to whatever comes your way without judgment, without opinion, without fear, without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. We can then experience the magic. And we talked about Gaia, about Earth, and its grounding property. That itself, it is a representation of the magnetic phenomenon that represents us. It's the same, right? That it has poles, the north and south, the same that we have poles, north and south. It has an electromagnetic field, the same way that we have an electromagnetic field. We can't see the field, but the same way that we can't see our field, we can't sense it. But when we look up and we see the northern lights, we know that it's there, beloved. Anything else? Do you want another energy? Do you want to read this, Gaia? No. Anything else you want to say? No. Any other card? No. May I show that? Thank you. I'm looking at this little bitty deck I was called to, and it just happens to have the last shuffle showed this. Invoke your power. And I'm feeling to power up. To power up through releasing, opening up those lower 3 chakras, getting into the flow of things, moving that energy, that word, the intelligence on the breath of life. That which moves that spine. See, and even I have to say this because it's something with it. On X-Men, Professor X was telepathic, right? He could read minds. He could hear people's thoughts. His mind, and see, when we are in the state of oneness, right, in the upper dimensions, there's no need for speech, for language, right, for verbal talking, because they just know. They just know. Like, we communicate through the mind. You just know. Telepathic, right? And Professor X had gift of telepathy. And in order for him to see others, like everyone, they built a machine. And the machine was named Cerebro. And I always thought that that was kind of funny, that they named it Cerebro, right? But it's in reference to the cerebrospinal fluid and how it really moves up and down, refreshing the mind, circulating this energy, and also how that energy is flowing up to the source, which connects all of us. I just thought that there. See, clear any vow of poverty. Sever it. Sever the energy of being helpless, beloved. You are not. You are magnetic. You can pull in anything that you want from your material reality just by getting in the flow, doing something so easy as this right here. To just breathe. And look what happens to be on the bottom. I never noticed this. Don't they look like they're sitting there meditating? But it's also that energy that's going into the infinity loop, but it's also traveling up. And I feel like it's circling right back down to the heart. Challenged by feeling like you're being a victim. Having been victimized. Challenging, clearing it. A victim of your own decisions and decisions of others. Things that they perpetrate against us and how we have hurt ourselves. invoke the feeling of oneness. That's what we just said. Invoke that. When we understand that we are one mind, like in the upper dimensions, fifth dimension, sixth dimension, seventh dimension, eighth dimension, we realize we don't need language. We don't need to do this lip service, because we know that we're a whole. The thoughts just communicate. We communicate with the whole through thought. I think, so I am. And I know, I understand. That's where we get to that high level, crown chakra. I know, I understand. I see, I know, I understand. But I'm feeling that energy, how it comes up, cycles that infinity loop, going all the way up, circling, and then coming right back into that heart space. That's what I see. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hopefully, I pray prayerfully, you stayed and that you enjoyed it, that you got something from it, that we learned something, because I know I did. It just clicked for me. I was like, wow, beloved, mind blown. Because we always talk about the law of attraction. We talk about, how we can pull things in, but we really don't talk about the why. I was conflicted in the spirit about why my spirit guides, ascended ancestors and masters did not want me to reposition my bed, because they are the ones that positioned it in the first place. And I wasn't so big on it when they put it there. I'm like a design freak. I'm like, oh, I want it to go this way and that way and this and that, beloved. But they was trying to tell me something. God is trying to tell you something right now, right now, right now. Abundance downloads. Your central nervous systems work best when your head is facing north. Sent it to me in a TikTok video that I found on Facebook with Mr. Gregory saying this is the reason why we age. Because your body is going through this resistance, attempting to regenerate, to send that spinal fluid up at night while you sleep on the second half, the 12 hours, the second cycling, when the vessel is at rest. You would help yourself by resting facing north, beloved. Now my bed is facing west. I guess we learned that lesson. But guess what we're going to do? Issue ourselves forgiveness. I love you. I love you. I do. I love you just like I love me, because I love the Alpha and Omega that made me, that sent me to be the infinite intelligence breathing. Yes, Ashe. Word resurrect in this day. This one's done, y'all. For the next now, Ashe.